guys, we're back in Alaska. It's great having my family together. It's still gonna be tough. It's been like this all season. One step forward, two gigantic steps back.
You cannot open any more of that cut.
Do we have it in us to fight through this?
Hoffman Family Gold, Saturdays 8:30, part of the Summer of Gold.
I specialize in a very specific type of security, subconscious security.
You talking about dreams?
Not exactly.
It's called Inception.
There's 24 of us, Carol, only one comes out.
Evil is on board. Powerful evil.
What you trying to steal? $20 million.
You mess with me, you're dead nut.
After 2 years of talking, I'm going to Ghana to meet Matilda for the first time.
Ingrid knows that I'm in a wheelchair, but things might be a little too heavy for her.
After my last relationship, I think it will be like having ground beef and then going to filet.
I'm freaking out because I'm gonna meet my boyfriend for the first time, but I have my ex-boyfriend here with me.
90 Day Fiancé Before the 90 Days, Wednesdays 8:30 on TLC.
Hello, this is Midday News. Thanks for joining us. Dragon fruit, a very costly fruit in the supermarkets of PNG, is currently propagated by the Taiwan Technical Mission. The tropical fruit has become increasingly popular over the years. However, not much Papua New Guineans are aware of this fruit and its benefits. The price of one dragon fruit in a supermarket is more than 100 kina per kilo. Team leader for Taiwan Technical Mission, Chin Yu Lee, shared that the fruit grows well in the country. However, not many people are aware of this. Now the Taiwan Technical Mission, who have been here since 2015, are assisting local farmers to plant the fruit by distributing the cuttings of the plant.
We also propagate dragon fruit and distribute the cuttings for farmers to grow the fruit, which is a very good price in Pomospi supermarket.
The Miss Pacific Islands Pageant Board has responded to the growing controversies over the 2025 pageant results, expressing regret over disputes that have escalated to threats against judges and mistreatment of contestants. In a statement today, the board reaffirmed the pageant's mission to unite young Pacific women through cultural exchange and friendship, despite recent challenges. They congratulated the newly crowned Miss Pacific Islands, Litara Yeremi Allen, and wished her success in her reign. The board also extended gratitude to the Solomon Islands government and people for hosting this year's event, calling for healing and unity amid the controversy. Foreign Affairs Minister Justin Tachenko says a variety of activities will take place before the country's 50th independence anniversary on September 16th. Prime Minister James Marape has sent out over 30 invitations to world leaders, including the royal family, for the celebrations in September. Meantime, on the 26th of this month, an event to honour and celebrate the life of Sir Michael Somare and others who have contributed to the building and establishment of the nation will be held at the Sir Hubert Murray Stadium.
We will be having months for religion, in respect to religion and also for the regions throughout Papua New Guinea. We'll also have big celebrations with the Defence Forces around the Commonwealth and the world. We will have world leaders and royal family members attending in the main part of our independence from the 14th to the 19th. There's the Kina and Toya Day, which is about when the Kina and Toya was first introduced. On the 26th of February, we'll be having celebrating the life of Sir Michael Somare at Hubert Murray Stadium and all those that have passed, to give them recognition of 50 years.
Turning abroad, nearly 30 years after the landmark inquiry into the stolen generations, a new report has revealed only a handful of its recommendations have been carried out. The peak body for survivors has warned time is running out to address the ongoing trauma.
After suffering almost a decade of mistreatment as a child in the notorious Kincella Boys' Home, Michael Whitty Welsh hoped the 1997 landmark inquiry into the stolen generations would bring about meaningful change.
Watching and hoping for the changes that would be coming from that it just didn't happen.
But almost 30 years on from the Bringing Them Home inquiry, a new report has found only 5 out of 83 recommendations have been implemented. The peak body for survivors says governments and institutions are fast running out of time.
The reality is we're losing survivors, sadly, at a rapid rate, and we really need to take this seriously and we can't wait any longer.
The Healing Foundation has put forward 19 recommendations that include reparation schemes for survivors in Queensland and Western Australia, improving the redress schemes, apologies from all police and churches, family tracing and reunion services, and fair access to historical records.
Now we continue to talk to the Aboriginal community and their advocates.
Queensland's government said it's committed to delivering Indigenous health, housing and education.
On the eve of the anniversary of the National Apology, Stolen Generation survivors will be here in Canberra for their annual breakfast with the Prime Minister. Some, however, hope to hear more from the government than sorry.
Uncle Whitty isn't sure if he'll see change in his lifetime. He hopes it might come for the next generation, who still carry the trauma from the past.
It all brings me to tears when I think about it. I have children who suffer for the simple fact that the lack of understanding.
Australia's Northern Territory government is pressing ahead with plans to fast-track major projects and address overcrowded prisons on the second day of parliamentary sitting. Meantime, Indigenous Territorians have presented a back petition outside Parliament calling for action on a key demand.
Another day of Parliament and another protest. This time, residents from the West Daly region seeking urgent upgrades on a critical road from Wadair to Palumpa.
We need the Territory government to listen and just whatever they can do, where's the funding, fix our bloody road.
The NT's treasurer assuring the road upgrades will happen, but no word on when.
To the people of Wadair I say, the CLP government will honour this project
And no, the funding has not been pulled, and yes, the CLP Cabinet will deliver this project because it's a federally funded program by the Australian Government.
After passing a bill last night to remove the minimum floor price of alcohol, making cheap, high-alcohol drinks more affordable, the country Liberal Party introduced its controversial territory coordinator legislation, which allows the government to sidestep processes to fast-track certain economic projects. The CLP's radio advertisement about the laws coming under fire.
The Territory Coordinator will facilitate development projects and activities across the NT to drive economic growth, bringing jobs and opportunities to Territorians.
The Territory's Auditor-General found the ad breached the Public Information Act for promoting political interests and misleading the public.
We will take that advice on board, and of course we'll make sure that into the future we're doing everything that we can not to contravene any acts.
Also debated today, a bill to hire private corrections officers to help manage record prisoner numbers.
Back home in sports, Foreign Affairs Minister Justin Tachenko has announced that the official signing and grant ceremony for Papua New Guinea's entry into the National Rugby League will take place next week on Wednesday, February 19th at the Sir Hubert Murray Stadium in Port Moresby.
For the official signing, all the documents and agreements have all been done now, which will certify and authorise and ratify the agreement between the NRL and Papua New Guinea. So that's a big one. And thanks to the Australian government for their 10 years of sponsorship as well, going forward with that, and also PNG Rugby League and our PNG NRL bid team going forward on that one. So we look forward to Wednesday. So
Pacific All Sports Netball Series will once again showcase the skills and talents of netballers from the Pacific and Australia. And beyond this series, the event will also build connections through the sport. The series returns to the Nissan Arena in Brisbane, Australia, to commence on February 17th to 22nd.
Supported by the Australian government through the Pacific All Sports program. From February 17th to the 22nd, the 5th Pacific All Sports Netball Series will bring netball nations together. Over the last 4 years, the Netball Series has proven to be successful, providing an opportunity for Pacific netballers, especially young stars, to gain exposure and development. The annual Netball Series has been elevating non-stop over the past few years, with Pacific teams like the PNG Peppers, Samoa Tifa Moana, Fiji Pels, and Tonga Tala climbing the world rankings and gaining a variety of international experience. Teams participating in the 5th edition of the Pacific All Sports Netball Series are Australia's First Nations Black Swans, made up of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders, Fiji Pearls, PNG Peppers, Samoa Tifa Moana, and Scottish Thistles. Reigning 4-time series holders, Tonga Tala will be out to defend their title next week. The PNG Peppers will take the courts with a mix of youth and experience. The team is under the leadership of former international and coach Lua Rikis, with Netball PNG unveiling a reliable team for the series. In a recap, the 2024 series saw matches down to the wire as Nissan Arena filled with excitement and energy from supporters across Queensland, with a fresh new mix of athletes, coaches and teams along with returning crowd favourites. The 2025 series is set to unfold on the same hype. Susan Oriape, Tvwan Sports.
And that ends the news update. Join us at 6 tonight for the main news.
If you want to make it in this world, you've got to be a little weird. Make some waves. Take a leap. follow your nose and ruffle some feathers. Welcome to the oddest and most fascinating creatures on Earth.